Alright guys, today we have a big delivery coming in. It is bigger than my gate, so I need to disassemble part of the fence here, the gate post that's on that side, move it out of the way, and this delivery will get in. So I'm going to get started with that. Then our plywood cutout of the Griswold car over there I think is going to need to move. I need to make sure that the delivery vehicle has extra room to swing over there. We have a 14 by 44 shed coming in just on the other side of the tractor over there. So it's a pretty exciting day. Let's get to work. We put this fence and gate up a couple years ago. Total DIY job, not difficult at all. We made a video about it, so if you're curious about how to set up these H braces and how to hang a gate, we have a video on that. And I haven't had to touch this or readjust this since we installed it, so it has been rock solid. And fortunately, when I put these in, I did not cement the posts in. Part of the reason I did that is because our soil is really heavy and I don't think it's going anywhere. The other reason was that I kind of thought as our farm grows, as our business changes, we might change the position of this gate, and I didn't want to have to bother with cemented posts. So I was kind of thinking with the tension released off of this cable, I might not need to undo the cable from the posts. I might just be able to lift the post out. Now this pole has a metal rod in each end, and on this side the metal rod goes all the way through, and I could probably pull it out over there. This side it only goes halfway through, but I was thinking I might be able to lift this out. Now if I do that, I'm going to bend the metal rod. So let's think about this. I think I'm going to take the rod out of that side, and then I might be able to pull this one out, and then this post can come straight out. Let's see. That's a good squeak. All right. Surprised that worked. I'm thinking no, might be tractor time. Car cutout is moved, the gate's open. Haven't heard from them yet. I don't know when they're showing up, so now it's just a waiting game. I'm going to move on to some other tasks while we wait for them to show up. Probably not going to film it, so we'll pick this back up in a little while. Here it comes. It's a big old building. Looks a lot bigger coming in through that gate opening, but 14 by 44 is what it is. Let's see them get it set up. There we go. We got a building. Pretty cool how they can unload that off that trailer. Obviously, the trailer and that little machine that they use, they call it a mule, especially built for moving around prefab buildings like this. And those guys are pros. They obviously do this all the time. And they were able to get in here, even though we've got this slope, we've got this relatively small space here for them to navigate. They were able to get in there and get it done. I didn't film much of them actually doing like the leveling and the other stuff. It took them about an hour and a half to kind of get the building set and get it level. They've got a bunch of blocks underneath the runners that run under the building on both sides, but you know, everything kind of worked out to plan there. Let me give you kind of a tour of the building. I'm going to talk to you about the options we chose because we did have this custom built for us, and then we'll talk more about how we're going to use this for Christmas. So we've got the front porch here, which this is more just kind of like an aesthetic. I thought maybe we could display some wreaths for sale out here, or we could maybe set up the front porch as like a little bit of a photo area. I don't know exactly what we're going to do there yet, but if nothing else, this is an area where some of the workers can kind of step in and get out of the weather if it's rainy or something like that. I think it's a nice kind of welcoming look. With the slope that we've got here to deal with, I did have to dig out a little bit in front. I'm going to build one wooden step right there, and the rest of this around it is going to get filled in with earth, so it'll be a nice smooth transition from the gravel roadway into the front of the shed. As we step up inside, probably going to hear some echo in here. Wow, and it is warm and toasty today. Now it's pretty mild, it's in the 60s today, but the sun beating down in here has really warmed it up. So this is going to be nice in the wintertime. It's going to warm up super nice and be really comfortable for all the workers. So I mentioned this building was custom. We did request that the door be placed on one side of the porch, and we chose the uphill side, figuring that people would be coming in most often from that uphill direction and coming in that door. Now, if they're not coming in over there, they're going to come in this set of double doors, which are positioned right in the middle of this wall. And we had these here so you can look right out and see the Christmas tree field out there across the way. So a couple years from now, when we're doing choose and cut, this will obviously be, you know, really good view out that door to go and see what's out there. We got a couple extra windows. I think each building comes with 2 windows standard. So we've got 2 windows on each side. So we did have to pay a little bit extra for the windows, but there is no light in here right now. And it is, I'd say it's just about bright enough to operate as a shop if we wanted to, because there is just light coming in here all day long. Earlier today, when the building was first delivered, the sun was actually on the other side of the building, and those other windows and the windows on the doors really just let in plenty of light. We got the shed pre-wired. There's a 100 amp panel here. Inside the 100 amp panel, there is just one 20 amp breaker right now, and that is powering everything that's in here, which includes 3 lights and 3 outlets. We're going to want to upgrade that over time, but for this season, I think it'll do what we want to do. One of our thoughts is to have a wood stove in this corner, and then we can heat this and we won't need to worry about running electric heaters or propane heaters. I don't know if we'll get that to that this year or not. I'm leaning towards probably not, because we got a lot to do in just a couple weeks, but that is the plan. A little bit of a drop off there. We are going to build a step out here. I'm thinking I'm probably going to do a ramp in that direction and then steps off the back, so workers can kind of come and go in that direction, use the steps. The rest of the general public can use the ramp, and gives us good access to this big double door. This double door was another upgrade that we paid extra for. You know, usually just get one door, usually get 2 windows. We got the extra windows, we got the extra door. And my thought was this was twofold. I wanted to have both entry and exit, or, you know, so we could possibly do one-way traffic in the store, have one door in, one door out. Maybe. But the other thing was I wanted to have a double door in case we wanted to get anything oversized into the building. This is going to give us access to do that. So I also wanted the extra light, so we made sure we got residential style doors with a 9 light window. It matches the front door. so there's you know, extra light coming into the building with that. So the building you're looking at here, we chose those options that I described. We chose all the colors. The metal roofing that's on the shed was standard, so we just got to pick out a color. I think they had 9 or 10 different colors of roofing. They had a number of different colors available for the siding, and then you could choose your trim. So we got the ash gray roofing, we got white trim, we got the barn red exterior, and I think it's a good color combo. I chose that color roof because I think it was the lightest color that they had, and it gets so hot here in Virginia. I wanted as much reflection off of that roof as possible. I didn't want it absorbing and getting extra hot in there, though like we felt, it's already pretty warm. So you're probably wondering what this building cost. In 2022, when we ordered this, this building cost us with, you know, tax, delivery, install, everything was all kind of included there, right around $20,400 something. So not cheap, but I think this is going to be a really good upgrade for us. Like I mentioned, I think this is going to completely change how we operate here on the retail side. This is going to become the hub of our kind of retail activity. This is going to be where we're doing our wreath classes. This is where we're going to be storing stuff in the off season. This is just, you know, there's a lot of things that we can do with this shed that we couldn't do previously without it. It's going to be so much nicer during retail season, to just be able to close the door and lock it and not have to worry about everything that we had out in the enclosed tents that we used last year. We'll have some future videos of us doing some work, getting this ready for the season, doing some finish work on the inside, making some shelves, got to make those steps, make the ramp on the other side. We're going to be busy. So keep up with the future videos. Hopefully I have kind of the energy and attention to get that stuff videoed for you guys, because I know to make good videos, but sometimes when I got a lot to do, I just struggle to get the videos together. But hopefully that'll be in there. You guys check out those future videos. Thanks for watching today, though. Hope you have a good one. I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.